Of course, that's your Sports Buzz. I'm Andrew Clay. Have a great day. The teams combined for 90 points, more than 1,000 yards of offense. In goal now, and here comes the play of the night. Game, set, match, Dylan Lehman. It's a touchdown game winner as Stuart Straff beats Riverhead 16-13 in overtime. The Cougars, the 2016 Shenandoah District Champions. Wilson Memorial Basketball moved its final practice before tomorrow's state semifinals to EMU to prepare for the bright lights, the open court, and the stanchion baskets. David, JMU is not just happy to be back at home, they're simply more comfortable in it. It's been the tale of two different teams this season. The one that is 2-5 away from the Convocation Center, and the one that's 5-0 in it. Now, Kate, I have a video I want to show you. I think that's your game-winning state championship home run. David, just a moment ago, I was standing out here all alone. Now, of course, as you see, more than 1,700 fans, a new attendance record here at Madison. After a roster reload, a clean sweep puts Riverheads back into the region semifinals. $30 million will certainly buy you 2 ribbon boards, and of course, 3,500 seats. New locker rooms, a new film room, and that's because $30 million will get you all of this. Get up, right there, good. Hey, watch your shoulder now.
Coaches often use the word sacrifice, and I don't want our kids to have any kind of misunderstanding when they leave us what the word sacrifice means. It's not weight room, it's not football, it's not practice. It's a sacrifice that's given by our military every day.
September 7th, 2004. It's a day that weighs heavily on the heart of Broadway football coach Brad Lutz. It's a day he lost a friend.
My high school football coach, who I was coaching for at that time, called me over to his office. I went over and he had told me that Clarence's mom had come by and informed him of that, and that was hard. And it remains hard.
Lutz's former teammate at Verona High School, Clarence Adams, was killed during Operation Iraqi Freedom. To keep his memory alive, in 2009, Lutz began a tradition at Broadway that dedicated each game to a fallen soldier.
Army Corporal Daryl Linder is from North Carolina.
1 year into the tribute, the team began honoring one of their own.
You know, I just thought Bucky was out of harm's way. I guess I was naive about that. I just thought, you know, he was safe. It's the worst nightmare a parent can ever go through.
On June 12, 2010, a roadside bomb killed Brian Bucky Anderson. He was a 2004 Broadway graduate, an all-district football player and wrestling state champ. Each season, Bucky and Clarence are honored, and this summer, Coach Lutz took the seniors to Arlington National Cemetery, where the players picked the others.
You know, there's over 400,000 soldiers that lay to rest there, and we went to Section 60, which is primarily soldiers that were killed in Iraq and Afghanistan, and there were even some families up there visiting family members themselves.
One of those families was that of Army Sergeant Alexander J. Bennett, a soldier Davis Peltonen selected. Davis met his brother.
He didn't really talk much about his brother. I told him, you know, what we were doing, but he just told me to enjoy high school. Told me it was the best times of his life and to really take advantage of every opportunity. It'll be something I probably won't ever forget.
You know, being a Gold Star family is a tough situation, and I think they find some relief knowing that a football team in Virginia is thinking about their son while they play ball.
At the end of the season, a soldier tribute game pays one final salute to soldiers fallen, to family, to friends, to a brother killed 12 years ago.
I've continued to make a promise and keep a promise to him that I made when he was killed, is that I was going to use the game of football to help keep his memory around.
To be there on that Friday night and you see the motorcycles come out and you see the big American flag hanging there, it's a tearjerker. I still cry at every military tribute game. I cry.
You're not promised anything in sports. You know, there's going to be years where you win a lot of football games, and there's going to be years that you don't have a ton of success on the field. But our kids leave here, they understand that life is extremely precious and sometimes short. They also understand that one act, one thing like a tribute on a Friday night football game can touch so many lives.
When you see all these senior nights and you see all these, parents just out here at every game, it really does, hurt sometimes. Growing up it's not easy. You'll have your bumps, you'll have your bruises, you'll have, your up and downs, and you got to push through them.
Justin Kier's story is not found in every locker room. He was 7 years old, riding along in the car when his mom, Keely, suffered a heart attack, leaving her paralyzed from the neck down.
She can't talk, she can't speak or any of that. She can hear, she can see. She's at home and she can't talk or anything, so it's not like I wake up and, hey, there's mom. So she's there. It kind of frustrates me sometimes when I don't realize that she's there sometimes. At first it was really hard because we had to put her in a nursing home. Going to living with her to having to travel 30 minutes from where I live to go see her, and it was a struggle.
Without a father in the picture, Evelyn Kier, Justin's grandmother, stepped in. She worked job after job, just trying to support her family.
I'm just doing what a mother and a grandmother should do, taking care of my babies.
Grandmas don't grow up thinking they have to take care of another set. Having her there and having her be by my side, and I know that I can count on her whenever, it's crazy. Probably wouldn't be the person I am right now without her.
Just the character foundation that she's provided for him has been a good example for me with my own children.
As Justin grew, he came to realize it wasn't just his grandma filling in. It was also the man behind the whistle.
Him and the coaching staff and Coach Davis and all of them are my dads. I wouldn't have it any other way. Justin has shown me that we can work really hard and we can be really committed and still have fun while we do it.
Edwards describes his coaching role as a life mentor. He preaches family and has allowed Justin into his.
Coach Edwards has really made some sacrifices for Justin. I mean, he just loves Justin. He loves him, and I'm just so thankful to him.
My daughter, my son refer to him as their big brother. The example that he role models for my own children and children in the community, I think, is a good thing.
Coach Edwards spends countless hours working with Justin, driving him to basketball camps and AAU games, helping him become the first player from the Valley in 25 years to receive a Division I basketball scholarship straight out of high school.
I think people overstate my role in his success. He deserves the most credit. His grandmother is close behind.
Never thought this day would come. Hard work does pay off.
I just hate that his mom can't see it. I know that she would be thrilled.
I went home after I signed and I let her know. She could smile, so she put a really big smile on her face.
Justin's mom hasn't seen him play basketball in 10 years, but she's a part of every play.
Every shoe I get for basketball, I put her initials on it just to let me know, I'm doing this for my mom. She's here with me.
Justin Kier's life has challenged the definition of family. But each night, one word crosses his chest, Spotswood, reminds him that family is more than blood.
At the end of the day, Coach would always let us know we're family, and family fight. But at the end of the day, we always love each other, and I love those guys till the day.
Well, NASCAR season thus far, exciting. Emoticons, smiley face, winky face, and thumbs up. Today's race at Talladega lived up to the season's expectations as NASCAR moves south to take on the series' biggest track in Talladega. Chase Elliott starting on the pole, the rookie looking for his first career Sprint Cup win. We had 10 cautions, and while under one,
Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually loses his steering wheel. I think you kind of need that, Junior. That was just the tip of the iceberg for his very long day. Junior finished 40th, lap 96, the first of a few really big crashes. Keep your eyes on the middle of your screen. The yellow 34 of Chris Buescher goes for a wild ride. He rolls down the backstretch. He would be okay, though. Good for that. 8 laps to go. Another scary moment. Danica Patrick and Matt Kenseth wrecking. That is the neon yellow 20 of Kenseth sliding upside down along the fence. He would also, fortunately, be okay, but Patrick took a nasty shot as well. She was clearly shaken up afterwards. We jump into the last lap. Brad Keselowski out front, but mayhem ensuing behind him as he comes to the checkered flag. Another large pileup in the final turn. Keselowski gets the win, attributes today's crashes to the aggression Talladega demands.
Racing has always been that, balance of daredevils and chess players. And some weekends we're chess players, some weekends we're daredevils. And this has always been more of the daredevil style of track, which probably offsets some of the tracks that we go to that, we're, maybe kind of the lame chess player. I think it takes a balance of that, and that's what makes an NASCAR season so much fun.
Well, if Eric Ferrer's game-winning goal didn't hurt enough in Game 2 against the Penguins, the Caps received salt in the wound tonight when the NHL announced defenseman Brooks Orpik will be suspended for 3 games for his illegal hit on Ali Mata. It happened in the first few minutes of the 2-1 loss. Orpik came in late. He came in high. Mata did not return to the game. Orpik drew a 2-minute interference call and immediate criticism for the hit. Despite being short-handed the rest of the game, the Pens were able to even the series at 1. Capitals coach Barry Trotz saying afterwards that the Penguins played with a greater sense of urgency.
I don't think we were as urgent on the puck. Our puck battles weren't as crisp, and when you're turning pucks over in the neutral zone, you're feeding you're feeding their game.
We can certainly do a lot better job breaking the puck out. Putting the puck into areas when maybe something perfect isn't there, and use our strengths, and just didn't do it. So that's the result of it.
James Madison baseball, the rubber match between JMU and Elon Dukes down 6-1 already in the third. Ryan Ogren up with one on, and watch left fielder Kai Parrott. Yeah, that one's gone. Parrott running out of real estate. It's a 2-run shot, 8-1 Phoenix on top. Bottom half of the frame, the aforementioned Parrott bloops one in the center. It's misplayed by the center fielder, so the runner trots home. The lead cut down to a mere 6 runs. 5th inning, runners on for Elon. Check out the leather. Kyle McPherson, da-da-da, da-da-da, 6-4 double play. But it only delayed the inevitable. A few batters later, another hit, another run from the road team. Elon scores a dozen, taking the series with a 12-4 win. In St. Louis, the Nationals already secured their first series win at Busch Stadium since 2007. A sweep surely would be the icing on the cake. Max Scherzer does his job, punching out 9 in 7 scoreless innings of work. 1-0 Nationals on top in the 7th. Clint Robinson with a runner on. That ball will be a souvenir, a 2-run shot. Next man up, Danny Espinosa, back-to-back jacks. Washington records its first ever sweep in St. Louis with a 6-1 victory. And in Baltimore, White Sox playing the Orioles. Take a look at this. Manny Machado, J.J. Hardy, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness, a 5-6-3 putout. Look again as Machado deflects it to J.J. Hardy, who's Johnny on the spot. He fires, gets the base runner. That makes the highlight reel, but the only Oriole highlight of the day. O's already down 4 in the 5th. Soft serve singles. Say that 5 times fast. The order of the day, Jerry Sands drives in a pair of Sox, beating Baltimore 7-1.
What a shot.
Yeah, what an interesting day. A lot of crazy highlights. All the accidents, all the new steering wheel.
How often does that happen?
Not often. I'll tell you that, not very often.
All right, thanks so much.